to Healing Conversations. My name is Asia, and this is a new podcast that I started because I think that it will be beneficial to my healing process to begin to have conversations that are not typically had. Conversations that give closure, conversations that shed light, conversations that provide a chance for love and forgiveness. Growing up, I guess I should start there. Growing up, I always had a very difficult time communicating. I had a hard time communicating in relationships, friendships with my parents. And as I became older, grown, I learned how important communication was. Not just with other people, but the dialogue that you have within yourself. And so I say the conversations that need to be had, at least for me, I want them to come from a perspective of healing, of growth, of evolution and change, because our words are very powerful. The things that we speak over ourselves and over other people hold a lot of weight. In my opinion, creation was made through the spoken word, through thoughts rather, and intention and energy. And this is what we exchange when we're having conversations. So I say, wouldn't it be beautiful to have conversations with the sole intention on healing? That's just my opinion, y'all. And so in this podcast, a few things, I just want to give you a few ideas of like what kind of topics we'll be talking about. As I grow and expand, right? Like I'm in my bedroom right now. And this is a message, y'all, because I've always been the kind of person like, I want things to look like this and I want things to look like that before I actually get to doing them. There is like a certain way I want things to be, like perfect. But I realize if I'm always going to be waiting for something to be more right or more perfect, then I'm always just going to be doing just that. I'm just going to be waiting. So I decided, within my own inner dialogue, that it was time to make a first step and to stop making so many excuses like, what's the problem? No, I don't have a podcast studio. No, I don't have a green screen backdrop or, my own private office. But this is where I'm at right now in life. And I accept myself and I love myself. So I should be able to share that, because not everyone is where they want to be. But right now, we can still move, or I can still move in a way that leads me to that place. You have to start somewhere, is basically what I'm saying. So the different kind of topics I want to cover in this podcast include things like how we can heal families, like taking more responsibility and being more accountable for the issues that happen within families. Like my family, for instance, has a lot of things swept under the rug, a lot of trauma that we don't really talk about. And I'm all about expressing your truth and making sure people understand where you're coming from, but not continuing to contribute to the problem, but offering a solution. So I definitely want to touch on family and like family dynamics, what it was like for me growing up in a single mother household, my relationship with my father and how that shaped my relationship with men. And yeah, I just think that I gotta talk. I still, I'm 30 years old, but talking through things really brings things, it regurgitates things up sometimes. And you will see, like I will see sometimes when I'm talking about something, I would think like, oh, I'm over this doesn't bother me anymore. But once you get to talking and the healing begins to flow, you'll see like oh yeah, this still does affect you. So I definitely want to touch on family dynamics, and like what maybe can be done to heal families more. My family specifically. I want to talk about mother-daughter relationships, the effects that absent fathers have, the quality of a mother's happiness in a household, just forgiveness and why forgiveness is so important, y'all. Like, these conversations really will have no limit, right? Because there are so many things. Like, being a human being is very complex. It's very layered. And the more you live life, the more you go through. And it's like, have you took the proper time to process everything that's happened? And so that's what this podcast is really going to do for me personally, is help me to process the things that I've been through, to be able to continue to further navigate my communication and to heal my heart from the things that have hurt me. I hope soon to have guests on this podcast, because this is not just about healing me, although that is where it will start. I want this to be about eventually healing the collective and healing communities. So hopefully through the inner work that I do with myself, people will begin to do the inner work with me and alongside me, rather. So I appreciate you all for tuning into the first episode of Healing Conversations. Right now, I want to jump into a topic that really is the reason why it took me so long to even get this going. And that is procrastination and self-sabotage. I'm finna go off the dome, because what I really want to do is probably go off of notes and pinpoints in my podcast to stay focused. But this is what's been on my heart all day, y'all, because I've literally been procrastinating doing this first video because I really think I was feeling self-conscious about it. I really think I was judging myself too hard. And in turn, what I do to myself is what the universe, what the world is going to give me. So I had to relax in my thoughts and understand that this really isn't just for the viewers, right? This is for me. And so I can't put off any longer the things that I said that I was going to do for myself. Like, if I don't treat myself well or with consistency, how can I go about and go out into the world and expect other humans to treat me that way if I don't even treat myself that way? I'm not prioritizing my goals. I'm putting my fears and anxiety before my faith. And it's always supposed to be faith over fear, at least over here. So procrastination has always been a friend and an enemy of mine. Do you understand? Because it's like, I will procrastinate, but at the last minute, I will get it done. So it's like, I'm used to working under pressure, but procrastination is not good for the long term. To get to the big end goal, I can't procrastinate my entire way there. So today, me recording this video and sweating under my armpits and feeling self-conscious, I had to do it because I have to stop putting off the things that I said I wanted to do now. The most important thing that you can ever do is focus on, well, the most important thing that I can do, rather, is focus on the current moment. I don't know if I'll have tomorrow to get this done. I only have right now. So right now I have to make the best decisions for my future self, because I'm not there yet. How I'm going to say I'm going to do something tomorrow and I don't even know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow? That is so crazy. I'll be like, girl, you is tripping. I'll be having to talk to myself like, girl, you is tripping. This is what you wanted to do. Why are you not actively doing it? What's wrong with you? Sometimes I have to just get in the mirror and talk to myself and really figure out where the problem is coming from and what it's based in. So that is what I discovered today. I'm like, yeah, procrastination has to be done. It's done. And so I'm going to force myself to do the thing that I've been putting off. I'm going to force myself to do the thing that I've been self-conscious or anxious about or worried, like, oh, is it going to be perfect? I don't have a good microphone. I don't have a backdrop. I don't have this. I don't have that. But if I'm thinking about that, like, who am I even comparing myself to? Do you see? Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And so I'm kind of done with things that don't make sense. I only want to do things that make sense, because confusion just leads to more confusion, more situations that bring that kind of chaotic energy in. And I really want to be locked in, y'all. I know I really feel like I waited like so long to take my life seriously. And I encourage anybody that's younger than 30 to really lock in. Procrastination is your enemy. I know I called it like a friend, but working under pressure, if you don't have to, don't force yourself that kind of stress, like raising your cortisol levels, your blood pressure, for what? When you could have got it done earlier and then reaped the results of getting it done in a timely manner. Like, I be having to go in on myself like, girl, what is your problem? You cannot procrastinate your future. This is so important, right? So I've said the things that I want to accomplish. So why would I continue to put things off tomorrow? That doesn't really make sense. So procrastination, self-discipline, like just being more consistent. These are the things that I'm currently working on, because I noticed something about myself. Y'all hear me? I noticed something about myself. I like to make excuses. Yes, I do. I like to make excuses, and I like to dodge the issue if I can. I really do. And I'm still figuring out that part of myself. Why? Because I stand outside of myself observing, right? And I'm like, that is not a successful person's behavior. And so I'm like, so why do you keep doing it? Do y'all have that kind of thing that y'all do? And you like, why do I keep doing this? I know this is not in alignment with what will take me to where I want to go, but some reason I'm still doing it. Like, what is that about, y'all? Let me know in the comment section. Like, what is that about, and what do you do in order to get yourself where you want to go, even when you feel like you're still doing things that's not taking you where you want to go? I think the biggest thing is, it's kind of like, to me, when I took my first my ice shower, like a cold shower, and it was like, you kind of just have to jump in. You can't think about it. You can't hesitate, because then you're not going to want to do it. You have to just jump right in and just be all in. And I think that's how I have to look at my dreams and my goals. That's what this podcast is about. Being all in. No longer making excuses. Healing from the trauma. No longer being a victim. And making my life be and look like what I want it to be and look like. Because it's up to me at the end of the day. It's nobody else. It's me versus me. And so, yeah. I won't make this first episode too long, because I'm hoping that you stay with me all the way until the end. And on the next episode, you can look forward to having a more structured topic. I will be accepting questions and comments, and I will do replies to those questions and comments on the next podcast episode. And I just appreciate y'all for being here with me and going on this journey. We about to heal, y'all. On an individual level, I believe that this is how we heal the collective, by focusing on our individual healing. And so this is how I know how to do it, is to use my voice, to use my words. And hopefully by the end of this, I don't even know what the end of this will be, but we'll be somewhere amazing. And I want y'all along for the ride, of course. So thank you for viewing. Just know I love you. I wish you peace and happiness. And I'll see you on the next episode of Healing Conversations. Peace.